What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who have made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall, to those C-suite and senior level positions. My name is Ryan Williams, and today, as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And Levon Maynard.
What's going on?
So this is the conclusion of our week. So this is where we do the rundown. So we basically talk about what we've been doing all week when it comes to consuming media or studying or lack thereof, or TV watching or getting out with our families, whatever we're doing, we're talking about it. So without further ado, how's everybody's week been?
I've been doing pretty good. I've been chillaxing, been hanging out with the family. I got the in-laws in town. Been celebrating my wife's. She graduated from a school program over here, which has been really good as well. Then we're doing some gaming, doing some show watching. Been playing some Destiny 2 on the Xbox. On my Xbox Series X, and then playing some Yakuza, as well as I've been watching. I watched the latest Invincible, and I watched the latest Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then I watched Godzilla vs. Kong on HBO Max, and that's been like my main the main activity I've done this week. I went out to eat with the folks. Went out to some restaurant. We actually went out to a restaurant for like the first time in at least like a year from COVID. But they had some safety protocols. They had people were spaced out nicely, and people were wearing masks in between like they're eating, or all the waiters and waitresses were wearing their masks. So that was enjoyable for me. Actually get out and see some people. Went out to like a nice restaurant right by the water, and it was a pretty nice establishment. Had some good times there. How about you guys? Okay. You guys had a good week?
What about you, Shannon?
So, I did my studying. I did. Don't get upset.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Did my studying. I didn't really do. I didn't do any video game plan. I've been kind of on a documentary kick lately. Like I've been doing stuff that, watching some stuff that I'm like, man, I'm just trying to better understand some things. More along the lines of like political and things that are going on in the country. So we're not gonna go into that too much, but just to try to help myself understand some stuff. There's just things I just don't understand. I'm like, why? Believe that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But that's one of the things. That's how I better understand, right? So like, I have things that I believe, or whatever, but like I got to get the other side of it too. I got to see where everyone is coming from. I'm not the type that's just gonna go down the road of just everyone who believes what I believe, right? I can't. You don't learn being in an echo chamber. So there's just been a lot of documentary watching. I didn't watch the latest Falcon and Winter Soldier. What'd you think about it this time, though? I'm gonna get your take before I get a look.
Right. It was that's a couple good action scenes in there. I think I had a couple good chuckles. I think it was like I'd say like it's an average episode. I wouldn't say it's like fantastic or like something out blew my mind, like, man, you can't miss this episode. But it had some pretty good points in it that I thought were pretty fun. I'm
gonna see, because we were different on the episode.
Yeah, I know.
Like we were on opposite sides. So I was like, what he says about this one, and then I'll see.
Right.
So if you'd have been like, nah, I didn't like it, I'd be like, oh, this one's gonna be great.
Right, it's gonna be great. I would love it. Or you might, I don't know. I thought it was like, average, a good average episode. I wouldn't say like it's like fantastic or it didn't suck or anything, but I think it's pretty good. It's kind of clever what they did in there, but it was good. I think you enjoy it.
Okay. All right. I did watch Godzilla vs. Kong. I liked it. Now here's the thing: going into movies like that, like I don't expect a lot of plot, right? Like I know what I'm there for. I kind of wish I would have seen this in the theater, because the fight scenes this, I was just like, this would be great on an IMAX screen right now. You know what I mean? Like even on, I got a bigger TV and it looked good. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, man, if I could get the sound and the sight with this, man, it'd be great. And I think that's kind of where I think that's kind of what's been missing from the franchise, right? Like, because you see a lot of, Godzilla may have two scenes in Godzilla, right, where you see him and you're like, how you name the movie Godzilla and I see him twice? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Give me more than that, right? And like, it's I think in this one they did a better job of putting them on display, because they went a few rounds. You know what I mean? They went a few rounds.
Right.
and
Yeah.
there was some destruction that was going on. So it was, and it has some funny parts too, right? It has some funny
Yeah,
parts. There's a
sure.
conspiracy theorist in there that's kind of funny, but
Yeah.
it was, I liked it. Again, it's not going to be an Oscar winner by any means or whatever, but any movie that's an Oscar winner, that ain't for me anyway, right? Like I don't watch those anyway. I don't need to see a bag floating around in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually really liked American Beauty. I'm not
No,
gonna lie.
American Beauty was awesome. And I'm not. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and No Country for Old Men. I
No.
like both of them.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I knew it. I knew it.
This is what I'm talking about, Ryan. I cannot take your movie suggestions anymore. Like I'm like,
Hey, hey, I'm not the only one who liked the movies. All right, I'm not the only one.
no, you're not. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't know if I'm in the minority or not, but like, I don't know. I couldn't get down with No Country for Old Men or American Beauty. Like I was just like, come on, man.
There will be blood. That was also.
Didn't like
But I guess to get back on track, right? So this week, I still have a very long weekend. I'm planning on studying. Don't beat me up. I definitely got to get it in. I'm way behind. But aside from that, I've been building some more content. So this morning I started a new video series I call Ask a CISP. So I finally feel comfortable enough to do something like that. So I put out on LinkedIn, like, hey, ask me a question if you're new to IT, what you got? It was an airman actually shot me a message, said he was new to IT and he had some questions. And I was going to wait to get some more questions, but time difference, right? So he's in Okinawa. He's done asking me questions. He on the other side of Dateline. And then everybody else, East Coast, West Coast, sleep. So I was like, I'm just gonna make a video now. I got nothing going on. I think it turned out pretty good. So like that one will be that one is already posted for people. But aside from that, I watched King Kong versus Godzilla, and gotta say, I liked it. I really did. I really did. So I took your recommendation. I watched Kong Skull Island or whatever it was called. Really good, actually. I'm surprised I missed it. And that helped me out a lot because if I would have watched this movie, I'd have been kind of lost. So even though there is very thin plot, just enough to make them, do their thing, there is a few. It's kind of like they did a better job after I saw a Godzilla and a King Kong than the original Justice League movie, getting the team together. Like, and these things don't talk and they just fight, and they still did a better job. So I thought, all in all, I really enjoyed it. I wish I did watch it in a theater though, because it would have definitely rumbled because they was getting it in.
Right.
And then I watched the latest Invincible, so I'm caught up. I don't know if Shannon, you're not watching it, right?
I haven't. I noticed they only gave you one this week though, because it was 3.
Yeah.
Have been dropped.
Yeah, Amazon getting on my nerves. Yes, just give me. They started with The Boys, like Boys season 1. They gave them all to me. Boys season 2, they want to do week by week. No, man, I don't. I'm gonna pay for it regardless because I pay for the shipping. I don't really pay for all the other stuff is ice on the cake. Yeah. So I'm not gonna get rid of it. But at the same time, I am disappointed in you, Amazon. You could just give them all to me at one time. It's fine. But I watched that episode. I thought it was good. I don't know about, like, now that you're caught up, Levon, what do you think about the show?
I think it's a good show. I think it's very mature. It's like definitely not made for like the kids per se. You got to be like, I don't know, at least older than what you got to be. You got to be a teenager to watch that at the very least, because it's got some violent scenes. I think that first episode, how it concluded, was pretty. It's pretty off the wall. You kind of suspected something like that was going to happen, but to see it and watch what happened to the people there, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I didn't expect it at all. Like, it took me by, because I went completely blind. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, well, watching the trailer to the show, I kind of, you kind of figure out this one person seems to be like, he's going to be the troublemaker. And then you figure out, later on in the episode what's going on a little bit. Yeah. But you don't really know the full story. I still have like my suspicions that I don't really want to get into because it'd be like spoilers, but I feel like everything's not exactly how it seems. But I think it's a great show. I think Shannon will like it too once he gets into it. If you like some of the DC stuff.
gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I haven't included. Like I said, I'm in my documentary wormhole right now, right? So I
Yeah,
gotta get out of
and
that
I was
and
gonna.
some more stuff.
I can guess what you've been watching. Just what you mentioned. Does it have to do with conspiracy theorists?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I
So
know.
there's a couple different
There's a
ones. Right?
couple,
So
but
like
one.
HBO Max has one, and then
Yeah.
there's one that Vice did on Amazon Prime. I want to say. So
Oh, see,
Okay.
I'm about to start the one on Prime. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
That's what
But
I'm gonna
yeah,
start. I've been hearing a lot about it. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm checking it out.
Yeah, that's. I just guess. I'm guessing. I think I can. I think I know what you're talking about because I was kind of interested in seeing it too. See
yeah.
some of the
it's
because I think
it's
that yeah.
it's interesting. Yeah, and again, it's for my own understanding, right? Like I don't.
Right.
I mean, I have my belief one way or the other from what I read elsewhere. You know what I mean? But I'm like, okay, well, these people are deep diving into it. But yeah, but
Right.
no, for Invincible, I am going to watch it. Right? Like I got a few more episodes I got to watch of what I'm doing now, and then I'm gonna get an Invincible. But like when you look at the thumbnails, it looks like it's drawn for young children. Like it reminds me of old
Mm.
X-Men. It just does.
Right.
It's like,
Yes.
oh,
Right. It
it'll be
does.
family friendly,
Yeah.
but y'all
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Like no. No.
No.
If you remember, like Dark Apocalypse,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
That
pretty
part.
much what's happening in this thing.
Like, oh man.
Like, oh my
And I
goodness.
took you guys' advice. Now I watched not one, not two, but 2.5 DC cartoons. I had to take a nap. I was tired,
Yeah.
but I watched Wonder Woman Bloodlines because I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch something because the only DC I like is Batman. So I was like, I'm gonna watch something I wouldn't typically watch. So I watched Wonder Woman Bloodlines. I thought that was really good. And I didn't even know a lot of backstory. Like I already know Wonder Woman pretty well, so like they just kicked right into it. So I thought it was pretty good. I watched Batman Hush, not the movie I was expecting. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get down with this. It's definitely different. So I'm definitely gonna go through and watch all the other Batmans because they're not the Batman I was thinking of. Like I've seen Killing Joke, but I haven't seen all the rest of them. So I was like, okay. And then I started The Reign of Superman. So it's right after Doomsday. And then what happens after that? So I knew a little bit about it because I had the comic. And I opened it up like a dummy. So right after the Doomsday comic came out, I couldn't get a hold of. My best friend had it, brought it to school. We all touched it, ruined it. There was another one that came out, and it was in plastic wrapping with the Superman shield on it, and then inside it had the different Superman. It had the John Henry Superman, the one with the visor, Superboy, Robot Superman, or whatever he was called. And I read it, and then like immediately regretted it. Like I need to go buy another copy. And then they were sold out. I was like, why did I open that? And I'm not even a
Right.
Superman fan.
Right. Dang.
So it's pretty much that. But it's a little different because it's long form. Like that comic was pretty short. But so yeah, so I got more respect for DC. I don't know if it's because I'm marveled out, like I do have Marvel fatigue, or it's just I had to grow into it because the storylines are a little bit darker than probably what I was watching when I was little. But I like it. It makes me want to go through, but I got to figure out what the kind of canonical order is because I'm like all over the place.
Yeah. And so are you watching the DC movies like in order? Is that what you're doing? Or are you watching, was that kind of random?
No, I just picked 3 random ones because I just wanted y'all to stop telling me to watch them. And then I was like, oh, these are actually pretty good. Okay.
I noticed you
I need to
omitted
go back.
Dark Apocalypse, the one that I recommend. I noticed that was omitted. I didn't know if that was a reason.
So I knew that because I knew that one was going to be good. I knew that one was going to be
Okay,
good. So
okay,
I was like,
okay.
all right, I'm
You
going to
saved
go
that for
watch.
last.
I'm gonna watch something I don't think I'm gonna like. I'm gonna watch something I know I like, and then I'm gonna watch that other one. I was like, because I'm a Superman hater, so I was like, you know what, Superman's dead in this one. I'll watch it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But I like them, so I'm gonna go back and then actually try to watch them in the canonical order.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And you mentioned the comic you had, the Superman comic. I remember I had back in the day, I used to collect comics back in the day, and then I have like 2 copies of the original Death of Superman. They had I remember they came out when it was released. People were waiting in line at the comic shop to get it, and actually my mom went out to the comic shop for me. She picked up 2 copies, and one that I could open, one that I still have sealed to this day.
Oh wow, okay.
That haven't opened up, but it was like in a plastic foil thing, whatever you can call it, and it had like a Superman logo. I think it was in white, and it had like kind of blood on it or something like that, if I remember correctly. Kind of symbolized his death or whatever. But I remember that being a big thing in the comic book world when Doomsday, I guess, killed him. Even though I don't know, I can't remember exactly how he got revived or whatever. But he he got revived however
I
he did.
honestly don't remember. That's why I'm watching this cartoon, kind of like, oh, okay. I kind of want to see where
Yeah.
it goes
Right.
because I don't remember.
That's the thing with comics too, though, right? So like you'll have different series that branch off somewhere that may not be like it's not all one order, right? Like you will have branches off of that. Like they'll have it's just like with Marvel, right? Like they'll have the what is it, the 52 storyline, right? And then it'll be this storyline, and it'll be this storyline. Like
Yeah.
not all one, you know what I mean? It's a multiverse, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a universe where he like never died or something like Superman's,
Yeah.
Or Superman landed in Russia, right? So that's Red Sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite Superman.
They got. I think
I was
they got
like,
a Red Sun on HBO Max. I think they have one on HBO.
Do
Max.
they? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah.
gotta check that out.
It's a
Because
movie
when I
for
saw
it.
that one, I was like, that's what I would expect.
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Superman's
So-
always been a villain to you. This is not good.
Always. I've never enjoyed him. I think it's because I caught him when he was too super. Like I watched that old timey Superman cartoon. For whatever reason, he was fighting the Klan. I don't know why, but it was 5 Klansmen and they was working him. And I was like, that makes more
Like,
sense
what?
because he's a Superman, right? Like before he
Yeah.
can like just fly and go back in time, he was just a really strong dude, that could hover. So he won eventually, but them 5 dudes was working him over. I was like, all right,
Dang. Yeah, he's a little
Makes-
bit more
yeah, it makes more sense. To me. He's
realistic.
more grounded. Yeah.
More grounded. He's a little bit more vulnerable compared to being like can't beat him unless you got some kryptonite somewhere.
Yeah, I just never liked that. I would think I grab a purse snatcher and I throw them into the sun, and then people stop snatching purses. But
Right.
I don't want to get thrown to the sun. So,
But you have
Right.
you have no problem with somebody that was bombarded with gamma radiation whose pants never tear away from him when he gets
it's a little iffy. It's a little iffy. And
It's
it
like
only-
everything
it
tears
activates,
over the
it activates
pants.
through rage.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was already in him, and the gamma rays brought it out. That's the story. He was already
That's
a
thin.
mutant.
That's thin.
Yeah, that's like it's like wait, he was? Wait.
Yeah, like the gamma rays didn't make him a mutant. He was already a mutant.
Yeah.
At least in
If-
whatever, like you say, multiverse, right? So in the ones I was reading, that was the thing. He was already super. So,
Well, yeah, no, I get what you're saying, right? So it's like Wolverine. Like the adamantium is not his superpower, right? It's his healing.
right.
You know what I mean? So like he has, I mean, Project X gave it to where he has the adamantium, but that's not his. He wasn't born with that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's his
Yeah.
healing power that it makes him the mutant. So I get it. I understand what you're saying. I just got to poke at you a little bit. Just poke at you.
Mhm.
No, that's fine. It's fine. Like I was hating on a whole. I still don't like Aquaman. I'm never gonna like him. But I was hating on a whole universe of superheroes because I was an X-Men fan. So now I'm branching out. I'm watching. This is interesting. It's interesting.
That's
Yeah,
all.
so you-
That's all we can ask of you. Just give it a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah, I watch all cartoons unbiasedly, so I'm giving it a shot. I had somewhere I was trying to pivot from there because we were talking about Kong. The last of the DC stuff. So they came out and they talked about the new Batman that's coming out, the Patterson Batman, which I'm kind of excited about because it's like
That one. Looks that one.
yeah,
Looks
like Batman year 1, year 2 Batman. I'm like, okay, this is before he had to finesse. You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of excited about that. But it came out and said that he is from like Earth 2 or whatever. So they are going the multiverse route. So this is a different Batman story, not only because he's younger, unrefined Batman, but also it's multiverse Batman. So he's
So I'm curious how they're going to pivot on that, right? So like they have some stories where like his parents never died, right? So it's like his parents never died, he just, was an
or his dad became Batman because he didn't die.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bruce was the one that died, right? So
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm curious about that. Then I know it's a little bit darker. Like I saw the trailer and he punched a dude in the face like 10 times in front of
He
me.
was like,
was
I'm
like-
vengeance. I was
I
like,
was
yeah. That's the
wasn't-
Batman
it
I'm
wasn't
looking
one-
for.
Yeah, it wasn't a one hitter quitter. It was like you're down.
Right.
I'm gonna get you 9 more times. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and then they're taking the Michael Keaton Batman for the Flash movie, so I'm excited about that too because he's still he's still my favorite Batman out of all of them. Like what's his face, Dark Knight Batman. Who's that? Christian Bale's my second, but yeah.
Over Val Kilmer or George Clooney? What?
Yeah, Val Kilmer is my last.
I think it's for everybody. I think it's for everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, it's all good media. I didn't play any games though. No games. I got the Switch in the background. I switched the camera view, but the Switch is sitting
Yeah, I
over here
saw
on the
that.
table, getting dusty. I got to play something on it.
Yeah.
And then the PS4. I'm supposed to be playing Days Gone is what I'm supposed to be playing, but I just don't have the energy for it. Oh, Control. I never finished Control, but I never finish any Remedy game unless it's Max Payne. I don't know what it is. They're good. They control well. The storylines are good. I just fall off. Like it's been like that. It was like that with the time one, Quantum Break, Alan Wake, now Control. Like the last Remedy game I finished was Max Payne 3.
Dang.
So
yeah, that's probably the same for me. I don't keep track of all the games. All I know is Max Payne, really. And now that you told me that, like Quantum Break, and then the Control came out, that they were the same developers. I had no idea until you mentioned that.
yeah.
But I still got to finish Control myself. I have that on the PC via Game Pass, so it's like it's kind of included. But it's a good game. It's fun. It's like, like you said, it's very similar to like the Remy style games that they have, where they do like slow motion type stuff, and then they have like all these abilities, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like the game. I just gotta get back into it. I've been kind of sidetracked with some other games and all this. There's so much content out there. It's hard to keep track and keep up with everything between all the Netflixes and Disney and Hulu and all this, and then you got video games coming out every other day, and you got like like I mentioned, I've been using Game Pass, which has like a whole like catalog of games you have access to. So it's like I'm trying to find games on there. I'm playing Yakuza, playing Destiny, I'm playing all this other stuff. But I got to finish off Breath of the Wild on the Switch, and what else is there? I got a bunch of games that are like in my backlog. I got to complete. Even got the Valhalla, the Assassin's Creed. I got to get through that one too. But yeah, there's so much good stuff out there. It's hard to keep up with it.
Yeah, I got offered a used Series S like for 300. I want to say it went up for the virtual yard sale they have here.
Oh,
but
nice.
I had to make a grown up decision. I didn't like it. I literally this week I got fitted for 2 suits because they make suits out here, really quality suits, but custom. Like literally, as a dude drawing chalk lines on my back.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need some retirement suits. So I ordered them. I finally got all of the picking them out, haggling. I hate haggling, but I haggled for the price I wanted, and then put my order in. And then like the next day, it was like, hey, you got a Series S if you want it, before we put it on the yard sale, because they knew I was looking. And I was like, I could blow the money, but I was like, I guess I should be responsible and save.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't want to.
Right.
I didn't want to. But I was like,
to be a grown up, right?
right.
Yeah, old Ryan would have kept both, or he would have been like, take them suits back. Catch them up with it. But no, I had,
I got time.
You know what I mean? Like I have it, but I'm just like, I can wait. Like there's no, like there are some games I do want to play, but I don't have the right TV. I can wait till I get home. I have a bigger catalog when I get back to the States. So I'll just wait. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. I mentioned it before in some other podcasts that it's not like a big, there ain't no really big games right now for either console, either big, next gen console that just came out. No big game. It's like, oh, I got to get that console for this one game that's unavailable anyplace else. You can play pretty much all the games on all the consoles right now still. Maybe until like, later this year, maybe next year when those games start coming out that are kind of console exclusive, you got to have the next gen to get the full experience or whatever. But besides that, I think it's, no hurt waiting a little bit. And especially with people trying to, all these bots out here trying to get all your money. Scammers trying to get up, buy up all the product so they can sell it for twice the cost. And then you end up spending all your money. You have no more suit money.
Yeah. And now I got to think about, like, I got to buy some shoes and stuff, right? They sell those dirt cheap over here too, and they make those custom. So I'm like, I'll get some shoes, some belts. I don't know. Like,
how much did you haggle them down? Would you get the suit for?
So I don't know how much haggling I did. I had a price, and I was just like, this is what I'm going to pay. And he tried to upcharge me, and I was like, no, thank you. This is what I'm going to pay. And he was like, all right. So I think he had more space. but I'm not.
Okay.
I just don't like the fight. So I got 2 suits, which includes jacket, pants, vest, shirt, tie, and handkerchief for 300.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
And that was without me
Good.
having the haggle.
Yeah.
Like that back in the States, that would have been like maybe 1 suit, and that would just been a jacket
Right.
and the pants. So
Right.
but
So you weren't-
he eased
you
up so
weren't- you
quick. I
weren't-
think I could
you-
have got it for cheap.
$300. You weren't going to get a shirt and tie with that too, right? And
Right.
you got a 3-piece.
Right.
shirt.
And the
Right.
vest and
300.
handkerchief and all that stuff. Yeah.
You'd have been above that, man, for something
Mm.
good, right? For like
Yeah.
Right.
And that would have been off the rack too. Like this
Yeah,
is like he literally came and he's
tailored
cutting
it.
it to my dimensions.
Yeah, he tailored it for you, so it's
Mhm.
tailor made. You know what I mean? Call you
Mhm.
call you game. You know what I mean?
So, and I got some respectable colors for when I start to do my resume shopping and meeting and greeting and all that good stuff. So I think I did a pretty good job. Depending on like the result, I might get a couple more before I leave.
Nice. Remind us again, when do you retire?
Man, listen, not that I don't love my job, but I got to start preparing for the future. So I have a countdown.
Yeah.
1 year, 11 months, 27 days.
Dang, that's what's up.
So I'm trying to
That's
get
what's up.
extra ready. Like I don't
Extra
want to
ready,
be out
get
here
ready, nice and
yeah,
early.
out
Yeah.
here unemployed. Like I want to be able to like literally my last day is a Friday. I'm working on a Monday. Like
Right.
no gaps. That's what I'm shooting for.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Yeah, and I assume you're going to be focused on like cybersecurity as your next venture.
Yeah. So obviously, I would like to get into a management position based upon credentials and experience and degree and all that stuff. But I understand, sometimes you have to, you don't get your dream job right off the bat. So we'll see how that is. But right now, I've been doing going to some business classes. This is looking at like potentially going a consulting route, like maybe not as the primary job, but maybe something I could do on the side. So I don't exactly know how that works. So I did a 2-day boot camp, Boots to Business, and then it offers me the ability to go to a 6-week Mississippi State. I forget what the name of the course is, but it teaches you cradle to grave how to build your business plan, set up your metrics on how much you plan on spending versus making, who's your audience. Like this goes into great detail to see if it's just something that potentially I could do in the future. So not sold on it. I'm still pretty much think I'm going to be working for somebody else, but I got time. So let's see what it's about.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're still a young man. You still got time to build yourself up, and however you start off your civilian career, you can always branch off from there. And even if you start your own business, something like that, some your own consultant company. I've heard people doing that, and it's definitely the way to kind of work for yourself, and that's where you get the bottom dollar instead of getting like the whatever. You get the boss gets their share, and then they cut down to the middleman, to the grunt workers or whatever you want to call it. But that's good, man. I know you're gonna be successful no matter what you do.
I appreciate it. Like so we'll see. I mean, you guys will be along on the journey. So
Right.
Either way, I'm trying to get a job. So
that's right. That's right.
One way or the other.
Yeah, and we'll keep everybody updated. I'm sure once you make progress in your career and everything.
Yeah, definitely. So we got anything else in the tank? I think we pretty much got it all out there.
I think we covered it pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I have
Okay.
anything
Surprisingly, this show gets double the listens than any other show. So it's kind of crazy. Like some people are holding out just for this episode. So we try to make it action packed, right?
Right.
Try to give you a lot of what we talk about, what we're doing throughout the week. But with that being said, please continue to like, share, subscribe. Hit us up on the YouTubes. Leave us a comment. Hit up the group. Go to www.theothersideofthefirewall.com where you can get us via our Twitter, our Facebook, our Instagram, and then personally you can hit me up at RyRy Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy on Twitter, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, and TikTok. And Levon?
You hit me up on Twitter at Levon Maynard.
There it is. Yeah, have a good weekend.
Take care.